Okay, so we're actually on time on a Sunday this week. I think it's the first week in a couple that we've actually done one on a Sunday. But this is about Survivor 46, episode 8. And this was the episode where Tevin got blindsided, which I have to give an apology to that because it was the week before I was sick. It was literally the day before when we did that episode. I was like, Tevin, he's like my winner pick right now. He was like, he's so well connected. Everyone loves him. I jinxed him, and I feel bad for it.
I mean, that was a blindside, if ever there was a blindside.
Oh, he had he was shocked.
Yeah, he was in the camp just doing his thing when everybody's trying to see what's going on, and yeah, he was shocked. He was.
But even though this is the episode where Tevin went home, this was Q's episode. Q
oh my goodness.
ate this entire episode. They even talk at one point like, yeah, now that Q's eaten, he's talking a lot more.
Oh
and
my goodness.
It was so funny.
What was that thing he came
the
up
Q
with?
skirt.
The
Q skirt. Do you remember what it was?
It was his hoodie. It was a hoodie. And I mean, I thought that was a real funny. That was so funny. You know, the Q skirt. It had it had the women's one where there was a purse.
Yeah, he was like, it's like a purse. It was a kangaroo pouch.
Yeah.
I remember there was a point where Tevin was saying, he's like, that's not worth a damn, but he's got me convinced that I need one, so I'll take one. There's a point where he's bantering with Jeff back and forth. He's like, all right, Jeff, no cute skirt for you. And Jeff just starts laughing, like he's like, yeah, I've seen the footage. I know what he's talking about.
Yes.
There's a point where Q's like, you know, if someone's not doing what I need them to do, I'm gonna vote him out. I'll send him a cute skirt. Like there was that. Do you remember the hide and seek game?
Yes, I do.
I was cracking up. It was so funny.
I don't know where he came up with the idea that the winners are the ones who's going to vote out next. Because if you're good at hide and seek, you're going to be good at the game.
Yeah, if you're good at you hid well in hide and seek. Big mistake. You were really competitive. Big mistake. You didn't play hard enough. It means your heart's not in it. Big mistake. You've got Hunter just hiding in a tree and no one could find him.
Yeah.
It was Hunter and Ben won the challenge. Because Ben, I guess, just super camouflaged really well. Hunter was in a tree.
Right above their heads.
Right above their heads so no one could find him.
Yep. And, I mean, that was it. Hunter's going. Hunter's got to get out.
But Hunter's in the 6.
You can't get rid of it. That 6 thing makes no sense.
And then he has an interview with Charlie at sunrise. And Charlie's like, if you ever go on Survivor, always be up at sunrise. That's every meaningful conversation I've had is at sunrise.
Yes.
And it's him, Q, and there was someone else. I think it was Tevin. It might have been Hunter. But there was someone else there. It was like, all right, this is essentially Charlie's interview to get into the 6 to replace Tim because they've already voted someone out.
Yep.
And then later, Tiff is saying, hey, I kind of want to get Tevin. I think it was Liz at first Liz is saying, I want Tevin. And Tiff is saying, you know what? I'm good with getting rid of Tevin. Here's the people that I think are maybe some of our bigger threats, like Tevin, Hunter. They're in the 6.
Yes.
You can't do that. And I know Tiff is my number 1, but if she's targeting the 6, that's not what I want. So now I have to target her, even though she's in the 6. And he's telling everyone that Tiff has an idol, just completely throwing her under the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah. It was so good. I mean, but you can see he is losing control.
Mm-hmm.
He's losing control because he likes to be the one in charge of this decision of who's going to be voted out. But first of all, it was, what's the young girl's name?
Venus.
Venus came up a few times, but then Tiff said, no, she's not a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Why should we vote her out?
Mm-hmm.
Let's vote out, was it Tevin or Hunter?
I'm not sure who she specifically said, but she was like, I do remember her saying, she's not a threat. Why would I vote out someone who's not a threat to me right now?
Yeah.
I think it was Q was asking, who do you see as the threats? And then I think she was naming Tevin and Hunter.
Yeah. And so...
I think she also brought up Maria as someone who else is a threat.
Yeah, and she's in the 6.
Yeah, and Q's like, she's in the 6. You can't bring up someone in the 6 when there's like 4 other people here.
That 6 of his is a mess. It's, I don't know. But anyway, the challenge.
The challenge. So before the challenge, they have a chance to negotiate for some rice.
Yes.
And if 4 out of 10 people have to sit out, Q says, I will sit out. Liz says, I will sit out. No one else does. Because when they talked about with hide and seek, how competitive this group is. That everyone wants to fight. Everyone took that way too seriously, so people want to compete.
Yes.
And the challenge is a classic. You just hold on to a pole up in the air and you go as long as you can. And a lot of people were out really quick, and Q was mad.
Yeah,
he's like, look, Hunter's Tarzan ass climbed a tree for an hour, and none of us knew he was up there. You think you can outlast him in this challenge? No, you can't. Why are you all like this? Like, he's getting so, and I honestly don't blame him either. That's like,
angry.
Like, you had no chance of winning. And you still played and you gave up food for this. Why would you? Like, I understand wanting to compete for immunity, but I also understand why he's mad. And yeah, Hunter dominated the challenge. Afterwards, he just bends over, just flexes. He's like, this is easy. Which made Q even more mad.
Like, what is he doing? You know, they were so upset that he still had energy to do
he's
that.
like, guys, this wasn't hard.
Yeah.
So we had that.
And then they get back, and Q is sizzling hot. He is sizzling hot about the rice.
So mad.
Oh my goodness, he was so mad about the rice.
One of the funniest scenes in the episode had nothing to do with Q, and it's Venus talking to Tevin. She's like, okay, Tevin, like, I know you're really close to Soda, but here's why I voted her out. This is why I did everything I did.
Yes.
This was my move. And Tevin's just sitting there, Wow, that was a really good move. You know what? You got her, you got me. And as soon as Venus is gone, he has the most, like, diabolical villain laugh. Like, this is the funniest thing in the world. She thinks that was her move. That was me. I laid all the groundwork for it. It was my decision. Venus, you can think that's your move until the final 3. That's fine. And then I'm going to reveal it, and everyone's going to have my side, because it's actually what happened. If you want to be deluded, that's fine by me.
And then Liz came.
And then Liz is saying...
She was the one that came.
I have been wanting to get rid of Soda since day 1, so I jumped on the opportunity.
Yes.
So she says it's her move, he says it's his move, I say it's my move.
And she's angry.
And she can tell that you're like... I'm mad that someone else is getting credit for something I wanted to do, and as much as I love Tevin, because Tevin's my guy, Tevin's a problem, because Tevin is playing the game.
Yes.
And I know that people don't think I'm playing the game. Maybe I need to start playing this thing. So I'm going to get him gone.
Yes.
And she lays the groundwork. She starts talking to everybody, because it was... All right, we're going to vote out Tiff, because the whole 6 thing and whatever... And we won't rock the boat too much. And she's like, I want him. And people are like, all right, bet. We're good for it. She moved fast.
So fast, and everybody. And she said it out straight. This is what I want, and this is what's going to happen, and I'm not changing.
Mm-hmm.
And they were afraid. They were afraid to change, you know. Excuse me.
Bless you.
You go on, Charlie.
And then after that, Q finds out about the new plan. Doesn't like it, because it's not what it's someone in the 6, it's someone he's close to, it's not what he was coming up with. And I feel like that was a big part of it too. It's like, this is not what I was saying to do. He's talking to Liz. I was like, no, I'm doing this. Like, you can be in on it if you want. You should, but don't do it. So then he tells Hunter, he's like, Hunter, this is what's gonna happen. It seemed like, I don't know why Q didn't tell Tevin. It might have just been like, look, we're not going to be able to save him. It's just not worth it. And Hunter's like, I don't care. I'm going to try to save my dude. I'm not going to play my idol for him, because I'm going to need that. Which, understandable. Because like, I'm going to do what I can to save him. Which, so there's a few things in there that made me laugh. One, there's this one moment where Kenzie sees Hunter going to, like, Hunter's talking strategy?
Yeah.
That never happened. Like, that was gold. You've got Hunter, Q, Tevin, Liz, And like Maria and Charlie sitting. I don't think Tevin was there because he was the topic of the conversation.
No,
We're all sitting.
He was in there. Interested.
It was like they were sitting having a conversation. Venus goes over to be like, "Hey, what are you guys talking about?" And Liz, she like looks at Venus and says, "Venus, I love you. We have to have this conversation." It really came across as like, "Hun, I'll be with you in a second, but mommy's doing business."
Yes.
It was so funny.
It was.
Like almost every scene in this episode was hilarious in just some kind of way.
I mean, Q felt like his power was gone because, you know, he couldn't, the rice, he lost that.
Mm-hmm.
He lost
immunity super quick.
Yes.
Because even Jeff was saying, is like, you guys were only up there 20 seconds.
Yes.
He was like, how well do you think you do, Jeff? Better than 20 seconds.
So yeah, he lost control. And I really think because of him feeling that he lost all the control, he really was wondering he was going to get out. I seriously think he did, because he felt like, I'm losing control of it. And he's a control freak. He's definitely a control freak.
So I think that's our segue to talking about tribal council.
Yes.
So full disclosure, I came back really late. I started watching the episode right before they went to tribal council, when Charlie and Maria are saying, okay, there's multiple plans right now. What do we want to do? So I walked in having no idea who's on the chopping block, no idea what happens, and I just see Q and Tribal say, Jeff, before we get started, it's me going home. And I looked at you, and it's like, has his name come up? And I thought you said it was between like Tevin and Tiff. Like, yeah, this is completely out of nowhere. Yeah. Everyone in Tribal's just, what?
What is he trying to do?
And I think that's what made it so funny, was that, like this episode, the comedy gold is the reactions at tribal council are just, no one's like, wait, what? Like, what are you doing? They're all just, huh?
Yeah.
This is so stupid. Yeah. There's this scene of Hunter at the very end just got his hand on his face, like, why are we doing this? He's like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Yeah. You see everyone go up to vote. Charlie just throws his hands up. You got Kenzie like, this is so stupid. Ben goes up, this is so stupid.
And Tevin's like, this guy has lost it. Let's get him out.
Yeah, it's like, you've been out of Mississippi too long. You don't lost your damn. I was crying laughing at that.
Yeah, Pete thought, and I think he really thought they're going to vote Q out. I think he really thought, no, they're going to vote Q out. And I think Q was really hoping that he'd get voted out. I think he wanted to get voted out. Because he made mention of it earlier in the game.
He did. I do remember that. I think it was when the guy got medically evacuated. Yeah. It was they had lost that challenge, and he's like, okay, I lost the challenge. I'm willing to fall on my sword, vote me out. Tiff's like, you know damn well I'm not going to vote you out. Like, we got Banu here. I'm not getting rid of you. Yes. But he was saying, you can get rid of me.
Yeah, I think he just he's hungry too. He's very hungry, so he's ready to go. He is ready to go, but he's lucky.
When I was watching the episode the first time, because again, I had no context for anything at that point, I was thinking to myself, did he do this on purpose? Because he's like, okay, I know that my ally in Tiff is being targeted. Yeah. My ally Tevin is being targeted. Excuse me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just say some craziness. No one's going to know what to do, and it's going to start a live tribal council. And because it's a live tribal council, everyone's going to get up, they're going to start whispering, they're going to come up with a plan, and I'm going to be able to save the people I need to save, because in the craziness, maybe we'll do the easy thing and, like, get rid of Venus or something. Yeah. I was like, maybe that's what he's trying to do, and he's just trying to wrangle the situation. He's like, I didn't have enough time on the beach, I can get that last amount of time now. Having rewatched the episode, it does kind of come across as he's like, I have lost the control that I thought I had. Yes. Maybe it was just, I'm ready to go. Yeah. Let other people can do what they gotta do. The game has passed me by. That's kind of how it felt watching the whole episode.
Because he's such a control freak. You know, if you want to control hide and seek, and you come up, because they won the hide and seek game, that you're going to vote them out. He's such a control freak. And then Tevin, blindsided, like, oh my goodness.
He was shocked.
He was shocked. He was totally shocked. But he kind of smiled in the end.
He is. He's like, you can all eat some worms for all I care. He's like, I wish you all nothing but absolute misery. Which I love. I love seeing someone on the way out, even if they're kind of joking about it. He's like, I'm mad, let me be mad. F all of you. It's glorious.
But in the end, they showed him saying, what a blindside. He was like, wow, that was good. So.
And the thing that made it happen, because it's funny to me that Q's like, vote for me, go ahead, and then Tevin's like, we should just get rid of him at this point because he's a liability. Kenzie and Tiff find out that he told Charlie and Maria about Tiff's idol, so he's turned on them, and they're not happy with him. No one throws a vote on Q.
No.
And I feel like it's less because like people really wanted to save him, wanted him around, and it's because in all the chaos, they needed something to stand on, and Liz said, I am still voting for Tevin.
Yes.
I don't care what is going on, I don't care all the insanity, I am doing this, and I feel like if I back out, people have no respect for me, I need respect in this game, I am doing this, and people said that is something to latch on to, we will do it.
That's totally it. She controlled that vote, and she'll come out stronger in the next episode.
She'll come out stronger, but I'm wondering if that'll just make her the next target. Because when you look at what happened in the last episode, Tevin said, I want to control the vote. I want to have a blind side against Soda. He got what he wanted, and then people said, he is playing the game. We got to get rid of him.
Yeah. Well, the woman might decide, hey, let's do it. Let's go women.
It could.
Yeah.
But what I've really noticed about this season, especially in this episode, with all the insanity going on, with all the cute shenanigans, it was Charlie and Maria consistently telling the story of this is what is happening. This is where we are.
So true.
And when it's, all right, is it Tiff or is it Tevin? It focuses on what do Charlie and Maria want to do?
Yeah, that is so
I'm like,
true.
okay.
Yeah.
I was saying it's like Tevin seems like he's the big focus of the season. It's Charlie and Maria feel like they are the driver's seat for every major vote. I don't know if one of them is going to win. Yeah. It could be that neither of them get to the final three. Maybe they get to the final three together. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But it seems like, because even with the last thing, with the soda vote, it was, like Tevin had these plans and everything. It was his idea. They were the two that went along. They're like, we could vote out Venus if we wanted. You know, it's like, maybe we could do something else. But it was always, what do Charlie and Maria want to do? Even as far back as that first vote on their tribal council, or on their tribe, it's, you guys are the two that have all the power here. Who is going home? It's on you.
Yeah. So true. So true.
This has been the best episode of the season. Like, I don't even think it's close. Like, there's been some good episodes. It's been getting better.
Yeah.
This was amazing. Jelinsky got a shout out when Jeff saying, like, yeah, you guys have been up there 7 minutes, and everyone's like, several minutes, Jeff.
Yeah. True. It's been the best. Yeah, it's been the best.
The next episode is going to be episode... no, not the next. The next season is going to be season 40 several.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. But next week, in a few days, will be the next episode. I mean, it's Survivor. I'm always excited. I'm always looking forward to it. After an episode like that, I am so locked in for whatever is coming next.
Yes.
So at this point, who do you think is going to win? Because, like I said, I thought someone was going to win. Now they're out. I don't want to jinx anybody.
I don't know, but that young lady, the sneaky one.
Which one, Venus?
Yes. I have a feeling she might.
So why Venus?
I mean, because she's so sneaky and she's very smart. She doesn't act smart, but she's able to convince people that, you know...
That's the thing, that no one's listened to her, though. Because anytime she tries to, they just say, like, nah, but whatever.
Acts dumb. She's not dumb. She's a very smart woman. I think that is her game plan. To act dumb and just to speak things and to... I think she might be in the final 3.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
We shall see.
Well, yeah, we shall see. We'll see what happens in a few days. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yes.